Welcome back to the video, and in today's video, we are going to be doing my divisional round week reactions. I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. It was an amazing weekend of football. I actually went 4 for 4 in my picks this week, so that's pretty exciting, and I'll go through all the games, and I'll talk about each one. You guys know the whole script. Before we get into today's video, please sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you are new and you like the content, please make sure to subscribe. And let's get into this video. So, the first game, well, there's only 4 games, but the first game we had of the week was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This was a game. Honestly, I'm just going to go through, before I look at the stats, my overview of each game. So, obviously, Patrick Mahomes, gets injured end of the first quarter. Bad injury. He's got like a high ankle sprain now. So, he gets injured. And then he comes back in the game, limps on, keeps playing. Then Chad Henne comes in, scored the touchdown. Mahomes comes back in, basically playing on one foot for the whole game. Jacksonville honestly easily could have won this game because I think Doug Peterson was not making the right calls. Also, defensively, they really should have gone to the quarterback more. If you see Mahomes limping like that, get to him. Get to the quarterback. Make him struggle. Make him have to make some bad decisions because they were not doing that at all. They gave Mahomes time, and basically he was able to stay in the pocket for a while and then just fired off to Travis Kelce, who, by the way, had 14 catches. Why was nobody guarding him? I don't know. I think Jacksonville could have easily won this game, especially. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs did win this game, and I think it shows just how deep of a team they are. Even when the best quarterback in the league, the MVP, gets hurt, it doesn't really matter, and the Chiefs still win. Let's look at this box score here. So for the Jaguars, we had Trevor Lawrence, 24 for 39, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Trevor did not play terrible. I think he could have played a little bit better, but as well as they didn't really give him a chance. I think Christian Kirk had a drop touchdown. JaMychal Hasty had a fumble that happened, I believe. So I think there could have been better stuff that could have happened in this game. So he got a little bit unlucky, but still not the greatest game from Trevor. And here's what I will say: the rushing game worked. Like they did well on the ground, and yet they didn't go back to it, even when the game wasn't even that far behind them. I mean, the Jaguars probably could have won this game pretty easily if they just stuck to their old schedules and like actually found the Chiefs' weakness and just kept going after it, but they decided not to. Looking at the receiving, it's pretty bland, but we did have some good players. I mean, Zay Jones had a decent game. Christian Kirk had some good moments. He also had a touchdown. It was a great catch, by the way. Evan Ingram had some catches, but again, Jamal Agnew had a fumble. The defense, 0 sacks on a man with one leg. It's just nothing you could see. No, just there should be nothing that's good about that. It's actually insane. What is going on? Um, yeah, I mean, I really think that the Jacksonville Jaguars could have easily won this game. They just didn't get the right defense, and I think their offense could have played better. On the Chiefs side, I mean, Mahomes, even with a bad leg, went 22 for 30 with 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, which is amazing. Chad Henne also came in decent, 5 for 7, 23 yards. He also got a touchdown. Running wise, again, wasn't terrible. It wasn't as good as Jaguars, but it wasn't bad. Pacheco had a really good game, but it was definitely the receiving. Travis Kelce, 14 recs, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a day from Travis Kelce. And legitimately, the whole game, Travis was open the entire game. They just did not decide to guard him. Jaguars just came in, been like, we're going to guard the wide receivers. We're just not going to guard the best tight end in the game. I do not know what they were thinking there. I mean, defensively for the Chiefs, they had about 2 sacks. It was from Frank Clark and Derek Nottie, but both also had interception from Jalen Watson. But honestly, the Chiefs' defense wasn't even that good. I think the Jaguars could have easily won this game, and they just didn't. I think if the Jaguars played better, I think they could have won this game. But the Chiefs are still a dangerous team. They're still a bad team. Now, the thing is, I don't know who I'm going to pick in that conference game because with the Mahomes injury, you just don't know how healthy he's going to be. And I was thinking Chiefs were going to make it to the Super Bowl, but I don't know anymore. But yeah, first game of the week, Chiefs win, and then I wouldn't say nail biter, but I think they won comfortably. But I think it could have been a lot closer of a game. The next game, the Saturday night game, this game I don't even really need to talk about. This was an absolute blowout. We got the Eagles and the Giants, and my goodness, the Eagles. I was a bit stressed for them because in the last week of the regular season, Jalen Hurts did not look that good in his first game back. It looked like the injury was kind of dealing with him, but he threw that whole thing out the window because Jalen Hurts had a career day. Um, he had, well, I wouldn't say career day, but he had a really good day. 16 for 24, 154 yards, two touchdowns, and he also had 9 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. The running game was amazing. Kenneth Gainwell, 12 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. Miles Sanders had 17, 90, and a touchdown. No touchdown. Boston Scott also continues with his New York Giants, uh, just like just crushing the New York Giants. Also gets a touchdown. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert with touchdowns as well. I mean, really, just do I really need to talk about this game? The Eagles just stomped on the Giants. The Giants had nothing from the start. After two quarters, it was 28-0. And after the Giants scored early in the third quarter, I thought there maybe could have been a comeback sparking on, but nope, not at all. Not really much to talk about this game. The Eagles just destroyed them, and the Eagles are looking really good going into the conference. If we look at the Giants, I mean, we can look at them, but my goodness, Daniel Jones was terrible. Saquon, they didn't even give him the ball at all, which I guess I get it. He did have one breakout run, but I get it because they were already so far down, so I understand why they're not running the ball. But even the receiving was very lackluster. I mean, their best receiver, Isaiah Hodgins, in my opinion, got one rec for 3 yards. So the Giants just did not have anything working them. That Eagles defense was on them. And then defensively, I mean, again, five total sacks for the Eagles, one from the Giants, one pick from the Eagles, zero from the Giants. You can see just based on the stats, this game was a blowout, and it should be a blowout. Eagles move on to the conference finals very easily. It just shows how bad the Vikings actually played to to lose to this team, who then gets crushed by the Eagles. Yeah, not much to talk about the game. Eagles crush them. Next up, before actually, we'll talk about one more thing. For my pick here, I did not expect the Eagles to win by this much. I thought it was going to be much closer of a game, but at the end of the day, that's what happened. I also got the Chiefs Jaguars game almost exactly correct. The next game we are going to be rating is an absolute snowy game. We had the Bengals and the Bills, and I called this game. This was my only upset of the week. I guess you can say upset because they're the lower seed, but I honestly don't even think it's an upset. You got the Bengals and the Bills. Expect this to be a closer game for sure, but I mean the Bengals just crushed the Bills. They crushed them. Joe Burrow 23 for 36, 242 yards and two touchdowns. Joe Mixon 20 carries, 105 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase had a touchdown. Hayden Hurst had a touchdown. I mean the Bengals offense was clicking on all cylinders. The Bills defense did not look good. The Bills offense looked terrible. I mean Josh Allen 25 for 42, 265 yards and one interception, zero touchdowns. He had a bad game. I feel like Josh Allen just kept getting sacked, kept getting under pressure, and he made some bad decisions. Josh Allen did have a rushing TD, but that was about it. I mean, the receiving was terrible. I mean, Stephon Diggs only for four recs for 35 yards, and Gabe Davis with two recs for 34 yards. It's just not enough for your top two wide receivers. And defensively, even, I mean, the Bills did nothing. No interceptions, only one sack. Bengals had one sack, also one pick. I mean, this game was all Bengals. I did not expect it. I expect the Bengals to win this game. So I thought they had the better team and they had the more hot team going into this game. Did not expect the Bengals to go crazy, especially at home when it was a snowy game. You know the Bills know all about the snowy games, but it doesn't matter. Bengals win. Did not expect it to be too much. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe the Buffalo Bills played that bad. They got crushed. And the last game we are going to be looking at is my Niners and the Cowboys. And before we get into this game, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I feel because I have an opinion on this game. The Niners were not good in this game, and I know we won 19-12, but we did not look good. We just did not. Our defense, great job. Our defense, great job. They played great. They were outstanding, caused Dak two picks, had pressure on him. What I will say about the defense, I wish they got a little more pressure on Dak. They only, I think, got like one sack on him. I wish they got a little bit more pressure on Dak, but I'm not going to get too mad at him for that. I'm not going to get too mad at the defense for that, for only letting out 12 points. I'm not even going to get mad. But the offense, man, and I know Brock Purdy's a rookie quarterback, so I got to give him a little bit of credit. I mean, he's already outstanding, and he's astonishing me how good he actually is. But Brock Purdy, what the problem was, it wasn't Brock Purdy, it was the play calling. I think for some reason, every single down, we either ran the ball, which did not work at all. I mean, Christian McCaffrey was not good apart from that touchdown. Not his fault. It's just the O line was terrible. The O line was awful. So much pressure on Brock Purdy, and that's why I think it's not really Brock Purdy's fault. But my goodness, every single play I thought that the Cowboys were going to get a sack on Brock. He kept having to scramble. Brock Purdy, I just think during that first half, he was either doing a run, which didn't work, or he was checking the ball down for 2 yards and wasn't going anywhere. The Niners offense did not really get into a rhythm. I was not happy with how the offense played, and we have to play better than that to beat the Eagles. We have to play better than that. And I think we can. It was just an off day for them, I think. Not really much else to say. I just think the O line needs to be better, and I think Brock Purdy needs to be a little more comfortable. Also, the receivers just have to give him a little bit more help in getting open. But we'll look at the stats real quick. Dak Prescott, 23 for 37, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was not good. Dak was not good. He made some bad throws, very bad throws, and some bad clock management at the end. Again, what were they running at the end there? Why was Zeke hiking the ball? And why was the O lineman on the outside of the field? I don't know what that play call was. And that's like 2 years in a row where the Niners beat the Cowboys and the game ends with some terrible play calling by Mike McCarthy. Get him fired. Dallas crushing. Hey, prayers up. Tony Pollard, he broke his leg. I feel for him. It was a scary, scary incident. I hope he recovers soon. It's nothing you want to see. It was terrible, and I hope he feels better. The rushing was pretty irrelevant, though, and the receiving, I mean, apart from CeeDee Lamb, who had an amazing game, by the way, 10 reps, 117 yards, no touchdowns, there was nothing. I mean, Dalton Schultz caught a touchdown, but that's about it. And if we look at Dallas' defense here, they had a total of 2 sacks. Their defense played really good. It was DeMarcus Lawrence and Osa Odighizuwa. They played good. They played really, really good. Going over the Niners side, I mean, Brock Purdy's 19 for 29, 214 yards. No picks, which is good, but no touchdowns. I think Brock Purdy could play a lot better, but again, I gotta give him credit. He's a rookie quarterback, and he's playing so good, especially as the last pick of the draft. It's amazing to see what he's doing, but I'm still happy because we're in the conference finals. I'm astounded. I'm so, so happy, but we have to play better to make it to the Super Bowl. Elijah Mitchell, did fine. I mean, the running game was pretty irrelevant, was pretty bad. Both sides of the running game, just that deep. Both the lines of the Cowboys and the 49ers are two of the best in the league, and you could see what happened there. Receiving wise, I mean, George Kittle had an amazing catch, by the way. He had a good game. He had an amazing catch where he bobbled it, then picked it up and avoided the hit. That was amazing. Debo had a few good catches. I mean, it just wasn't that good. But our defense was really, really good. We had 1 sack, but we also had 2 interceptions. Fred Warner had an amazing game, and we have Lenore also with an interception. I thought we played super, super good. Robbie Gould also had an amazing game, 4-4 on the field goals. Brett Maher, he made some kicks. I mean, he did miss an extra point, but he did make some kicks. I'm happy for him there. And yeah, Niners win, but I'm not too happy about it. And that's the end of my video. If you guys like this material, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting you guys my conference final power rankings, and then I'll be giving you guys my predictions. But the predictions, there's only 2 games, so I'm probably going to be doing something else as well in that video. So it's not just like a 5-minute video and then we're going to be done. I hope you guys all had a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!